everyone, it's Teresa. Welcome back. Gonna get ready today, and I thought, I have so much makeup, and instead of trying to do any just one line, one brand, I just have so many hodgepodge. Just thought this would be a straight up get ready with me. I've got my coffee, and I'm just gonna use stuff that I have. I'll tell you what I'm using as I go. And so let's get started. First step is always I put some type of moisture on my lips just because they get so dry. So I've been using this Aquaphor lip protectant. So I put that on first just to kind of let it sink in because I usually do my lips last. And so first step will be primer, and I think today I'm going to use Rimmel. Rimmel is one of my go-to favorite drugstore foundation but I have a different foundation that I'm going to use by them, but I am going to use their Stay Matte Primer. It's almost gone, and I am trying something new where if I use something up, I know I like it, but I have other stuff, so I'm going to try to use up what I have. So I'm like squeezing out the last of this. But if you haven't seen any other of my videos, I have very oily skin, so even though I'm 49, I still use a lot of matte products because I'm telling you, I just get so oily. In fact, I'm kind of trying to, I love buying health and beauty items. I think most people that either watch these kind of channels do, or, they just enjoy it in general. So, but I'm trying to, if I don't really like something, I'm trying to get rid of it. So I may actually do a video where I go over stuff that I'm getting rid of that didn't work for me. Not that seems like kind of a negative spin, but again, and I'll explain why I didn't like it. So I'm going to use the Rimmel. This is a different Rimmel. I love the soft mousse foundation that they have, but this is their Lasting Finish 25-hour, which is odd, there's not 25 hours, but 25-hour breathable long wear foundation, and I have the color True Beige, and it's got one of these applicator things, if you like that or not, but this is True Beige. Gonna pop it all over here. I think we're gonna go out to dinner as a family tonight, so I kind of want something that will last, and this is newer for me, but I did like it, so Rimmel's up there. I was also thinking, I'm gonna take a brush. This is just Lamora. I think I got it on Amazon to blend it all in. Actually, I'm gonna tie my hair back. I was also thinking about, in terms of an idea of just going through and showing you what's in my collection of each thing, like foundation, for example, going through my foundations. I have a lot, but I hesitate to get rid of some of them because I was actually gonna do a Believe Beauty review, which is the makeup you can get at Dollar General. I really like it, but the shade I have is a little bit too dark for me right now. It's winter, it's January, and I got it in the summer or like early fall, and it's just, I tried it earlier and it's just not, it's too dark for me right now. So, but I don't want to just go buy something new, so I'm trying one that's a shade that works for me right now. I'm trying to be a little bit more practical and not just keep buying, and I'm actually going to clean out stuff that doesn't work. Like I used a foundation again that I just got the other day by Almay, and it's just one of those color correctors, and it doesn't do it for the oily part for me. It doesn't. I was so shiny very short time after. Okay, then I kind of see what I got going on here. This seems to be a really good color match for me, so that's good. And I'm just going to kind of tap it all in. This beauty blender is a little bit damp. All right, that pretty good. I do have some spots that need extra coverage. We'll get to that in a minute. Next product that I'm going to use, which I love, is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I have two shades of this, and this one is a newer, because I will tell you, this part around here gets really goopy, and normally you can just like tap your finger on this part and put on enough, but the shades are so crazy light. Like this is medium sand, and I have another one that's like peach. Let me see what it is. And it's medium peach, and it's so light. So I'm trying this one so that I don't look like I've got, marshmallows under my eyes. And I'm just gonna dab a little bit right down there. I'm not gonna use too much. So, let's see how this does. And I actually take it into the inner corner because that's where I feel like I have some darkness and shadow, and even onto my lid a bit. I just use I make my concealer, the combination of blending foundation, concealer, and powder is an eyeshadow primer. I do have one eyeshadow primer, but I just rarely use that step because I figure I get it covered with everything else I'm doing. So if you notice when I put on my foundation, I'm not real careful about, like, I just slap it everywhere and then blend it out. Okay, I do think that may be a better match for me. The other one I have is really, really light and it works okay, but I am gonna use, I was watching I almost said Pampered Chef, Pampered Wolf, and she was doing makeup on her mom, and they used a regular concealer, and then they used just a teeny bit of this Bye Bye under eye, and I have it, and she was just saying like the teeniest bit, so that's what I'm gonna do on top of my regular concealer. It is thick, so I'm gonna do what she did, rub that. I feel like I just rubbed it right. Yeah, this is even, I'm gonna pat that all around. I feel like I got it just off completely. Okay, so let me try this. Then I'm gonna take my Beauty Blender again and kind of tap that out a bit. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then I do have some spots that need extra attention today. I do have some spots that need, let me get this, my all-time favorite. I hope they never stop making it. It's a CoverGirl Neutralizer, just good old-fashioned stick concealer. I think it's been around forever. I hope they never stop making it because this does so well for just like spot concealing, and especially when you have some extra areas that might need concealing, and I do definitely today. And honestly, fingers are the best blending tool for this. I do have a Tarte concealer brush that I came with, like the clay concealer ones that I do use sometimes, but I like this spot here. What is that about? I never have anything there. So I will use that sometimes, but fingers are great for this. Sometimes I like to go just a little bit around the lips. I feel like it kind of locks everything in. I know I haven't put any lip product on yet, but it's just kind of what I do. So let me, man, just one of those days. I don't know, maybe it's because I've had a house full of college age guys here all weekend. Maybe it has not done the best for my skin, or I don't know, maybe it's just hormones. We blame everything on hormones, right? I think I just lost my hair tie, and I did. Let me grab it. Trying to loose, because my hair is so fine that if I put too much tension in, I'll have a dent, and it's first world problems, right? All right, let me actually get that concealer brush I was talking about from Tarte. I use this end, and so this foundation I think is a little bit lighter wear than like the other Rimmel that I use, but in the times that I've used it, it is still really nice. And it lasts a good long while. I'm actually going to another concealer. It's been that kind of day. This is the Blemish Remedy Concealer by Bare Minerals. I do like it. I'm going to put it over things that appear to be blemishes because I think it actually does help to treat and conceal at the same time. So I think that's what I'll do. I guess I could have put on more foundation, but I like being able to zone in and just really treat the area that needs to be treated rather than just piling on more foundation. So, okay, I think that's gonna do it. And I'm telling you, I go back and forth on setting under eyes. I usually don't. I think I'm gonna go with not today and just hitting it with, when I wipe away, clean up eyeshadow. That's the only setting that I'll do of the under eye because I just feel like I regret it every time I do. I feel like it just looks really bad. But I'm taking my Rimmel Stay Matte powder that the top has worn off, but I love it. This is transparent. Look, it's worn down, and I know I touched it with a damp sponge once, which gave it that weird color, but I do love this. I tap it through the T-zone to really help kind of set the foundation. This is where I get most oily, and I feel like this really does help. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know I've said this in previous videos. I always thought at some point my skin would stop being so oily when I got older and I would stop getting breakouts, but I guess was not to be, at least not yet. But I've seen enough other videos where people with like more mature skin still say they have oily skin, so I guess it's a thing. All right, this one's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to go in. Today I'm going to use the Maybelline City Bronzer. I like this. It's a very subtle, cool undertone, not orangey at all. I've gotten so used to just using my Tarte one, which I really like, but I have others, so I'm just trying to use them up. And I was reminded that they're not all created equal because, oh man, I used one yesterday. It was Physician Formula, and it was so orangey, and I kind of plopped it on. I really had to do some cleanup after. So I'm using this as sort of a contour because it's more cool shade, and I'll just blend it up into my blush here in a minute. I'm gonna go under the jawline a bit. Okay, and then for blush, I forgot to get a blush out, so let me grab a blush. With my old tried and true Bare Minerals, the Aphrodisiac. This is the Ready blush, and the shade is the Aphrodisiac. So here it is. I use this daily just because I forget to crack open a new one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on top of where I did that contour, and I may actually need to do a touch more. Kind of don't like what I did there. I'm gonna go back in with the bronzer and this time kind of tie the two together, if that makes sense, because I wasn't using a separate contour. And I do like to just kind of brush over my nose and right through here because that is where the sun naturally hits. So that's what I'll do. All right, and I'm gonna stop with there for now because I may have to go do cleanup after my eyes, and then I may have to touch that up. So just how I roll there. All right, for a translucent powder, I'm going to use Elizabeth Arden. This is something I bought a long time ago and just only used maybe once because I bought it at TJ Maxx along with the foundation. I think the foundation, I never hear anybody talk about Elizabeth Arden, so I really don't know anything about it, but I got it. But the foundation I can't use right now, it's too dark. It's like a summer foundation. So I'm just going to dust over everything. Let me just take a look here and see. Oh, my mirror's filthy. Okay, I think that's good. And I'm actually going to go in now and do setting spray. I don't like to do it with my eye makeup on. I'm always afraid it'll make it run. So I'm using Rimmel's Stay Matte Fix and Go 2-in-1. I didn't know this could be a primer too. Just learned something. I could have used this as a primer too, but 2-in-1 primer and setting spray. That's kind of drying. I'm gonna go in and kind of comb out the eyebrows a bit to tame them. And for that, okay, for my eyebrows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I'm not using the actual pencil, I'm only using the spoolie. If you know much about me, I don't do my eyebrows. I just kind of, I don't know, I'm fine with them. And actually my eyebrows are kind of crazy in my mind, but I feel like I have old man eyebrows. So I just kind of comb them into place while the setting spray is drying. Okay, all right, good enough there. And on to eyes. All right, I think I'm going to use, let me see here. Which way do I want to go with this? I think I'm going to use this one today. Soap & Glory's Ace of Shades. And this is says it's long-lasting, crease-free, easy to apply. and it is in the palette's called Feel the Heat. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go in with this lightest shade, and I first will tap it up on my brow bone, and then, yeah, in watching other YouTubers, I agree. They're like just kind of all about, so far what I've seen is people just using nothing new to start the new year, just kind of taking a breather from new releases. Not that I go by new releases at all. The only thing I was excited about was my score at TJ Maxx, the Too Faced eyeshadow palette. But anyway, I'm just gonna do, and I'm still, you know, trying to figure out. I mean, I'm not only doing these and these like get ready with me, only because I sometimes feel like they drag on, and I don't know if they're interesting or not. But it seems like my video of the Bare Minerals has gotten the most views so far. So I'm just trying to balance, you know, what do I want to do with what is of interest to people. So, and the reality is, every time I say this, I'm going in with the next shade over. The reality is, you know, I'm getting ready anyway, so I might as well film it if I can. And it's honestly easier for me to film at this hour. If you're, depending on when you're watching this, you know, it's after Christmas, it's after New Year, but my kids have not gone back to school yet, and they're all sleeping. One of them goes back to school tomorrow, and then the other's a little bit later, and then we'll get back into our regular schedule. So I'm getting ready for work right now, and I figure, well, might as well film it. All right, I'm gonna go into this brighter shade right here, and just kind of building this. And I'm gonna keep layering this till I get kind of the depth and dimension that I like. So go into this deepest shade here and kind of put it into the crease. Okay, I'm gonna take a blending brush, kind of blend this out a little bit and see. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with this shade right here and kind of get some on my finger and put it right in the middle of the lid. Oh, it's a lot deeper that way. And blend it out just a little bit more. Okay. And then I feel like I need a deeper brown, so let me find one. I think I'm gonna, you know what? Change my mind. I'm just gonna make this work. I'm being too particular. I just think I am gonna go back in with this second shade here. Pick some up. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this lightest color again. Inner corner. This one is not shimmery at all, but I think it just works to blend. All right, I'm just seeing up close. I really feel like I need to blend out. I don't like. Now, to deepen the corners, I'm gonna go in. I'm going to go back in with that shimmery coppery shade and tap on again, because I feel like I blended it out a little bit too much. So okay, and get the, okay, and then I'm going to take the deepest color on my finger and just tap it in the corner. All right, wipe off my finger. All right, now I'm gonna take my little round brush here, and I'm gonna take the, first I'm gonna take the lighter transition shade here. And I'm going to go under my eye. And then I'm going to go into the deepest shade and do the same thing and just go not quite as far over. All right. All right. I feel like I need to line. I forgot to get an eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm going to use Tarte Moonstone Brown Skinny Smolder Eyes. I might try to sharpen. I'm going to try to do this right on my lash line. Okay. I do think I'm going to smudge it just a tad. It's got a little smudger tool on the other end, which is handy for that. So I'm going to take my mirror. Now we just do a little bit of cleanup. I don't think the fallout is actually too bad, but I'm going to take my NYX High HD Finishing Powder in Banana and just kind of sweep under to make sure there's nothing there. And this is the closest thing I get to setting. All right, so we'll do that, and then I just take, kind of tap out any excess that might be there, and I'll do mascara. But real quick, I just want to go back in, and if I brushed off anything, take a little bit, really bronzer, blush, just hit the areas again. Whoa. Okay, gotta stop with that, or I'll just keep adding. All right, and then mascara. I'm going to use Believe Beauty's mascara. People are raving about this. This is the same stuff that comes from Dollar General. And again, I do the whole makeup thing with them, but the base I have, the foundation is too dark for me right now. So, but I do have some of their products. I do have their primer, I have a concealer, I have their mascara, and their foundation. And I do like it all. So I'm gonna use this mascara and okay, finish the mascara. I realized I was too focused and quiet, so I just went ahead and applied it. All right, lastly, we're gonna do lips. I'm gonna take my hair down now. Let's see, today I'm gonna pick one or the other, and I think I'm gonna go with, what does this one look like again? I think I'm going to go with LA Colors Sorbet. Just got this little thing. Okay. Oh, that's too pink. Never mind. Rub that out. I'm going to proceed with the lipstick. Have you ever had that? I've come to the realization that I think I just do better with peachy undertoned lipsticks and things. I got berry stuff and I want to like it, but I feel like I look better with peachy toned things. So because I just rubbed that lip liner, I'm going to do my old trick of rubbing my concealer brush around the lips and kind of lock that in. Let me see, just a tad more of that. Okay, so I think that completes the look. So got a little crazy hair going on, but thank you for watching. And again, if you enjoy this type of video, I do have a few others on my channel that are kind of get ready with me. I do a variety of different just lifestyle videos. But thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.